Guys, welcome to the channel. Scuba Travel and Adventure. Thomas here. It's a beautiful day. It's time for another ride. My goal today is to go to Abraham Lake. It is 237 kilometers from here to Abraham Lake. Yeah, that would be nice if I get there. I wish I would have left earlier, but I couldn't. My wife's supposed to go with me for that ride, and then she decided that she doesn't want to go. So a little bit of mishaps, and here I am by myself riding later on. So let's not waste any more time, and I'll see you guys on the road. It has been a while again since I was on a bike. Since we came back from Utah, I was on a bike on the once just to test out those wind deflectors, and it wasn't a really long ride. I'm heading out to Abraham Lake. I never been there myself, so it's gonna be new to me. And that lake looks quite stunning during winter, as there's under ice. You can see those bubbles forming. At least that's what I've seen on pictures while I was browsing that destination. I will have to probably make out a trip in the winter, of course not on a bike, but I'm gonna have to get there and check it out for myself, because a lot of people actually saying that that's pretty cool. So we have a summer here finally in a full blast in Calgary, but at the same time it is quite a heat wave because we are hitting temperatures every day around 30 degrees. Even at this moment, the thermometer here on a bike, it shows 31 Celsius. So it is quite warm. Since I have 4 days off, I decided to go for a ride. So I'm approaching Kenmore, and I will try to grab something to drink, something cold, and then I carry on. Most likely, so I grab iced coffee at Timmy's, or ice cup I should say. It's a beautiful and clear day. From far away, before I got to Eggshall, it wasn't looking as clear on the horizon, but even though I knew the weather is gonna be good, but sometimes like there's a smoke fire or whatever, and the air quality isn't clear enough. Well, it's clear, but it's smoky, or maybe I should scrap the idea of going to Abraham Lake and take that route over there all the way up. That's a nice drive as well. Except it is warm. I don't like to get on off-road when it's that hot. So I just had a nice ice cup at Tim Hortons. Cooled myself off a little bit on this hot day. 34 degrees at this moment, and it is 1:45. So it is warm today, but the scenery out here is always spectacular. That doesn't matter how many times you drive through here, it is beautiful. After just recently coming back from Utah, I don't know, I wouldn't say that our nice mountains are nicer. No way. The sceneries out there are just stunning. So if you haven't seen my videos from there, just before this one, there's a whole series that I have released pretty much day by day as we left Calgary through Montana, Idaho, and then to Utah. On the way back, we went to Bonneville, Salt Flats. So that was an amazing trip. And yeah, it was hot out there, like it was crazy hot. So here now, going through the mountains, I do have a lighter jacket, which is a mesh jacket, but since every time I go through the mountains, I don't take the chance, because you never know when you're gonna get hit with the rain or snow even, because for example, a couple years I was riding here in July, and at higher elevations toward Jasper, it actually started to snow. So the mesh jacket would be very useless, and even though for most of the ride would be okay, but in situations where you got rain and snow, yeah, I'd rather wear this one, open all the vents. And so just passing Banff on the town of Banff on my left side. There is another way of getting to Abraham Lake, but that would be gravel, and I didn't want it today. And so I see quite a few riders actually today, even though it is a Thursday. Yes, but those wind deflectors, they do their right job. It's much more quieter. It's not 100% obviously, but I don't have that wind hitting my helmet from the bottom as it was before. So I'm just before Lake Louise here, and pretty soon I will be turning on Highway 93. This is always a nice spot to get it checked out on the way. A lot of tourists are stopping here. Yeah, it's a nice view. In the back you got a Castle Mountains. There we go. Maybe I'll step out to the side here. So that's on my right here, in front of me, the Castle Mountain, as I showed you before. Up ahead I can still see snow on top of the mountains. Here's a little bit, but I have a feeling once I turn off on 93, it's usually that area, it's a little bit cooler, and there is gonna be more snow over there. And for those of you that are not from around Alberta, that's on the way to Glacier. So there is the perfect view of Castle. Beautiful, that river is so blue. It's feels almost like it's an ocean in Mexico, the same color, turquoise. Check out how much snow is still at Lake Louise. Wow. And that's where my turnoff is, 93. 1.5 kilometers, and that's where we go towards Columbia ice field, which is the glacier. Maybe some construction. People are chilling on the lake. It must be quite cold to swim in there. It is almost 3 o'clock now, and I have 86 kilometers to go. It's still quite thick layers of snow on the peaks there. Some places are pretty thick. I don't think that will melt by the end of the summer, and then over winter a new pile comes in. That looks almost like it's a glacier over there. So that lake here up ahead, it's a bow lake. Quite amazing, wow. And they all so spectacular out here. When the sun is shining, that water looks amazing. So I just filled up again, just in case if there will be no other gas stations on the way when I return, or if this one is gonna close, because that might be later. And those little gas stations, you never know if they're gonna stay open all night or they close. I did travel the other stretch of 93 all the way to Jasper and many times, but for some reason I never made it out here. Look at that, there is a bear. There's a bear right there. He's looking at me. Hello, bear. Ooh. I'll pull over here. Crossing the road, running across. There he goes. I knew I gonna find one around here. There's always bears here in this area, at least on 93. I've seen it so many times. Pretty cool. So we are in a bear country, that's for sure. But actually this is the first one that I have seen this year. And again, I didn't travel as much as I normally do to Waterton National Park. I haven't been diving as much as I used to. I used to go pretty much every 2 weeks to Lake Waterton and dive, and we would see bears pretty much quite regularly out there. "17 kilometers to go, almost there." So the water has a totally different color out here. It's sort of like, I don't know, grayish, or it's almost as there is a lot of mud in that water or something. So now I'm gonna have a dilemma which way I will go back home to Calgary, through Rocky Mountain House, or should just turn around and go back the same way I came in. So guys, finally I made it to Lake Abraham, or Abraham Lake, however you want to call it, I don't know. Didn't see even the actual sign anywhere, but the GPS took me here. There's a very nice camping here that I just find out, so something may be considered to take my daughter out here and go camping. And what explains now why the water was so gray everywhere, because it's clay. So we have a clay here on the bottom, and that makes it all gray. So it's clean, but at the same time with a little bit of sand it is. But I'm pretty sure if I'm gonna bring my daughter here, she's gonna have a blast swimming, or even go on a paddleboard. Here in the back, I'm not sure if that's gonna be visible because that will be against the sun. So there we go. There's mountains in the back, so there's a nice shade from that direction, but the area right here in front of me, it's wide open and nice sun. So that's kind of crazy to drive almost 350 kilometers, almost 4 hours with all the stops that I did. I didn't have to, but why rush it? It was a nice ride through the mountains. So now I'm gonna wrap it up slowly and start going home. Right now it's 5 o'clock, actually, like 10 to 5. So by the time I get home, it's gonna be maybe like 9 o'clock possibly. And it's pretty much the same distance whether I go through Rocky Mountain House. I think the difference is about 30 kilometers when I was checking on a GPS, 30 kilometers shorter going back the same way as I came in, which is gonna be probably no-brainer and do that one. I've been by Rocky Mountain House before, and this is actually way more scenic route, so might as well take it this way. Anyways, if you liked today's video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you didn't. and I'll see you guys in the next video.